We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. I'll ask for returns for you guys to smash that like button. And here we are with SENS Stock, Muln Automotive Inc. And it continues to range within this consolidation of the 52-week lows and the highs up here of about 58 cents. It's going downwards, and it was not the only stock going lower. The overall market in the SPY was going down. And at 8:35 a.m., our SPY bot sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward into the bell and after the bell, the continuation to the downside continued and puts went up 500% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, the QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. And I'm an advocate that all investors should have clarity and an edge over the charts, especially retail investors, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be 42 vision, but seek clarity and an edge over the charts. And if you find value in what we share here and you want to become part of a community of investors using these resources to maximize in either direction within the volatility, check out the link down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator. So here we have SENS stock rejecting up here 58 cents, coming down towards the 52-week low, and it looks like it's trying to find support here. And we need to talk about what 42 vision and the inflow versus outflow is showing. But before we break it all down, I want to share with you guys the home and opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And as you see popping up here on the screen, these are some of the home runs I've managed to find this week alone. While not guaranteed to be this way every single time, we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the two stocks I mentioned this morning. Both of them gave jumps at 3 to 5%, 5 to 10% plus, but one of them turned out to be a home run, and that was VNET. We caught this one in the pre-market under a bull indicator, full strength on 42 vision. Those inflows were picking up, and towards the bell, it went with strength and jumped nearly 10% plus, pulled back right after the bell. Those outflows started to pick up, but the inflow stayed above the midpoint as you see here, shifted from red to green, full strength on the inflow versus outflow. 42 vision was still strong, still under a bull indicator, no bear indicator, and gave a highest point of 25% plus, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So here we are with SENS stock, Muln Automotive Inc. And as I stated earlier in the video, pulling back down towards the recent lows and the 52-week low near 52 cents. The big question mark is it going to break through it and hit newer lows? And where could we end up if we haven't seen these lows since a whole entire year? I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. Do you think it's going to go ahead and double bottom here and try to bring itself back up, or break down even lower? Now I'm going to pull up the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to our SPY bot, our QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. Slots are now open for those interested. Once again, the link is down below in the description. So SENS stock, after having the big pop in that halt on the 8th, going up towards the 70s and starting to fall, you could see a complete transition from the rip to the dip here. Got a bear indicator, and the outflows pulled away from the midpoint. Now, they started to pick up here, and things picked up from this bottom, and we've done a complete shift so far from white with red borders to dark green. And I talked about this in my previous videos, that the one piece that's missing in the full transition is bright green, but if it doesn't switch over to it, it can reject here and bring itself back down, especially if these inflows do not cross. And here we are. The inflows are green, but we're still below the midpoint, guys. So this is super important to keep in mind. And when we zoom into the volatility, you will see how things are reacting here, because this isn't just for the 30-minute, the 1 hour. This is for every single time frame we could see with 42 vision in the inflow versus outflow to maximize on opportunities, right? This is for the swing trader, the day trader, the long-term trader, technical analysis, you name it. There's an opportunity for everyone, right? And with a clarity and edge, it makes all the difference. So let's go ahead and zoom in so you could see what I'm talking about. So on the 15-minute, we were watching here. It got a bull indicator pretty late here, but the inflows needed to pick up and they didn't. They sat sideways. They went red in the pre-market, got that bear indicator canceling that out, and then it crossed the outflows, guys. And from that moment forward, since way up here at 57 cents, came down towards 54 and hit lows here of 53 cents. And it stayed for most of the day below the midpoint. Not only on the 15-minute, but also on the 5-minute, you could see that it was struggling yesterday to stay above. It was zigzagging. It was under a bear indicator towards the end of the day. And then today, that bear indicator was still in domination in effect. And those outflows crossed and they dominated and pulled down to the downside, right? And then the inflows try to bring itself back up within the volatility. This was the small pops that we got from it. Crossed it again and brought things right back down. And then it tried again and then it stayed sideways. So these outflows have dominated for most of the day since yesterday on the 5-minute, on the 15-minute, and specifically on the 30-minute, guys. We're still under a bear indicator, no bull indicator in this process, and this turned out to be a fake out or a weak turnaround, right? So rejection below 60 was actually something that we needed to watch carefully. It happened, and now we're coming back towards the lows, and if we break through them, the next support level is 50 cents, and below that would be 45 cents. Now, a lot of people aren't thinking that low, but you need to keep those levels in mind and see how the bulls react if they try to bring it back up or if the bears continue to tear it down. And the main thing I'm going to be watching is the inflow versus outflow. Is it going to stay green and close to the midpoint like you see it right here? Or is it going to turn red and pull away from it like it did here? And the last time that happened, the stock fell from 70 cents all the way down to 50 cents. That was nearly a 20-cent drop. So super important to keep that in mind here based off the 30-minute. Now, when you go to the 1 hour, you could see here that we're still red. We've been down. And I stated in yesterday's video, we want to see this try to bring itself back up. Even if it doesn't cross the midpoint, at least switch from red to green and start having an impact on the chart, trying to retest newer resistance levels and have a staircase effect on the way up. Well, that did not happen. It continued to stay red. It continued to stay far away from the midpoint, and it pulled things right back down, having weight over the overall chart. So I'm going to be watching the 1 hour as well. Does it stay red? Will it eventually come back up towards the midpoint? Even if it doesn't cross it, at least turn green like it was before. Because look, when it was green, things were holding up and it kept on trying to have its bounces. It didn't cross over, but things were held up at a strong support. Here we are back towards the 52-week lows. And a lot of people are excited about this. Some people think that this is a great opportunity because even if it goes a little bit lower, how much lower could this go? Could it go to zero? Well, hopefully not. But here we are in the 50s, and we talked about this in a previous video, an article that came out stating that Muln stock may have to reverse split in the future. Not guaranteed, but if it continues at these levels, the NASDAQ could make it try to comply and state, hey, you need to reach $1. And at that moment, it's going to probably have some momentum trying to get back up. But we just don't know when that's going to happen or if it even happens. But the longer this stays below $1, the higher the risk of having to do a reverse split. And who it's going to affect the most is not traders, if not long-term shareholders, because that reverse split dilutes the investors, right? So super important to keep that in mind. Well, here we are at 53 cents. We need to see if it breaks through it. If it breaks through 53, 52, 50 cents is the next support, then 45. And to the upside, we want to see these inflows pick up, not just on the 30-minute, but also on the 15-minute. Break back up to the upside, start showing some momentum, and getting back up towards 56, 58 cents, and eventually breaking through 60 cents. And then we could start talking about higher levels above that. We want these bear indicators to get canceled out, such as this one on the 30-minute with a possible bull indicator to the upside, and on the 15-minute as well, canceling the bear indicator that popped up today in the pre-market and a bull indicator as it starts to pop up to the upside. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.